Well, folks, it is something small that can lead to a very big health risk. We are talking about transient ischemic attack, which is often labeled as a mini stroke. Joining us now is Dr. Howard Yanis with the Department of Neurosurgery. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us. This is really scary stuff. Something very small that we may not think about that can lead to something very, very big. So tell us what a TIA is, first off.
Well, TIA means transient ischemic attack. So it's a brief episode.
Okay.
And a brief episode of something that doesn't work. Like your speech, like your right hand, your right leg. All of a sudden you're dragging something, your words don't come out right, but then it goes away. And the important thing is to understand that this isn't something you want to ignore.
Right.
There are many causes that could bring on a transient, a brief event. It could be migraine, it could be all kinds of other things, but it could also be a narrowing in our artery that feeds the brain, that's throwing blood clots up into the brain. So if you ignore the event, and then you say, well, let's see if it ever happens again. Well, it's likely that the next event could be a devastating stroke.
It's going to be bigger.
And so when you have a brief event of 20 minutes or something shorter than that event that then totally clears, there's about a 20-30% likelihood in the next weeks and months you're going to have a big stroke.
So now you said that this comes from a narrowing in the artery. So obviously, I mean, everyone out there, I know I do this, I'm guilty of this. Something happens, we may feel a little off our game. We say, oh, I didn't eat enough, or I did this or that. What are some of the warning signs that, okay, maybe we need to get into our doctor and find out what's going on?
Well, it's that brief event. It's that event of something that you're talking and all of a sudden the words don't come out right. The words come out, they're the wrong words, or you can't actually express anything, or a weakness or a numbness.
Okay.
So it's that kind of an event where something isn't working for a period of time that says there is a problem.
So, okay, so anything like that, we might want to get in and talk to our doctor about it. So how do you evaluate a narrowing of the artery in the neck?
Well, there's some really simple ways today. There's a thing called a Doppler, which is a little probe you can put on the neck, a little bit of cream, and then you can look and you can see the artery. You can see the artery, you can see the blood going through it, and you can see the size of the artery, and then you can see the speed with which the blood's moving through it. So if it's very narrow, you can see that, and then the blood's going very fast through a narrow segment. And that says that's a problem. So that's a non-invasive test, done as an outpatient, gives a great deal of information.
Okay. And once we have established that we do have a narrowing, how do y'all treat it?
Well, there are a number of ways to deal with it. In the past, the traditional treatment has actually been surgery. If there's a severe narrowing and irregularity and an open pouch where the cholesterol is open to the circulation, you really want to get rid of that. And so traditionally that's been with an open operation. It's just something that's accomplished in an hour or two, and actually clean out the artery and give you back the artery you were born with, a nice smooth vessel at the end. There's been a lot of work to use stenting, the same way we use for the heart, bring a catheter up and stretch the artery out a little bit. So that's another approach. In studies so far, it looks like maybe there's still a significant advantage to surgery. If someone's not a candidate for surgery, the stenting is a fabulous next backup. Point is, don't ignore the event.
Don't ignore the event. That's really the key phrase. And of course, prevention, proper diet, exercise really helps.
Cholesterol?
Cholesterol, yeah, monitoring that. So, doctor, if we're not sure we've had one of these events, we want to get more information, what do you recommend? How do we do so?
Well, we have a stroke center. We have a cerebrovascular program at the University of New Mexico. And it's under a combined program with neurology and neurosurgery and medicine, and we need to call us, and I hope we have the number here someplace, but...
Well, we will, and that someplace, of course, is going to be on our website at casa.com. Under the style blog, we'll have links and information for this. But yeah, this, like I said, very scary stuff, but really it's just paying attention to our bodies, preventative measures, exercise, and when in doubt, ask a doctor, right?
Please.
Great, thank you, doctor, so much. Really appreciate your information.
Thank you.
Thank you.